165 pounds at the NCAA tournament. This weight has been the weight of Mitchell Messenbrink, and he has dominated a lot of the discussion about this weight, and he's dominated every bit of the competition. Mitchell is far and away the favorite to win 165 pounds. In this video, I'm going to give you my NCAA champion pick, my finalists, my 1 through 8 All-Americans, a couple sleepers, and everything in between at this weight class, 165. Now, I'll cut to the chase right away. I've got Mitchell Messenbrink winning this weight class. There's no reason to pick against him based on the season he's had, based on the competition in this field. Mitchell is head and shoulders above. Now, as you look at Mitchell's path, I think he is going to hit some good friction. He's going to have some good opposition along the way. His quarterfinal against Cam Steed or Cam Amin, I think it's going to be Steed there. Steed's a tough guy to score on. And then after that, he could face his former teammate, Terrell Barraclaw. Now, those two had a relatively close match last year when Barraclaw was on Penn State. Now, Barraclaw is at Utah Valley. He's had a great season, obviously. He's doing what many Penn State fans said Barraclaw would do if he weren't behind someone as great as Mitchell Messenbrink. And now we're seeing that. They've got the 1 and the 4 seed there. And while Barraclaw is going to have some familiarity with Mitchell's game, the same's true for Mitchell, right? He knows what's going to happen, and Mitchell has only gotten better since that time when they wrestled in last November. So that's almost a year and a half ago. So I have Mitchell winning that match. I mean, Barraclaw is really tough. He's good on the mat. He's tough to score on. Bigger guy, but at the end of it, it's Mitchell punching his ticket to the finals, where I think it's going to be a familiar opponent. I think Caliendo makes it, though I will say a couple matches that are maybe not getting the attention. One, Caliendo's quarterfinal match against Bo Mantanona. I think Bo Mantanona makes that quarter. Bo is dangerous. Bo is a pinner. Bo may not have the ability to outscore Michael Caliendo, but one exchange, one flurry, and Bo has the capacity, the potential to end any match, right? And with that in mind, Caliendo's got to be extra aware. Those two have not faced this year. They didn't duel. They didn't face it at the Big Ten Championships. And so there's, that first time wrestling someone dangerous like Bo Mantanona, that's got to be on the radar for Caliendo and the Iowa coaching staff. This is a dangerous, dangerous match in that quarterfinal. And then similarly, that semi, the 2 seed, Peyton Hall, I think both Peyton and Caliendo posed the probably second and third toughest test for Mitchell Messenbrink. Peyton is big. He can wrestle on the mat. And if you think back a couple years, Peyton Hall was the guy that gave Keegan O'Toole some of his toughest matches of the season, almost beating Keegan O'Toole, giving him tough other matches as well. It wasn't just a one-off. And I think this Caliendo-Peyton Hall match is super, super competitive. But at the end of it all, I just believe in Caliendo's ability to generate offense, to attack the legs and score better than anyone at this weight. And for that reason, I have him making the finals. And I think many people will probably put him in their finals. But I think this is a scenario, while he's been far and away probably the second best guy, I think there's 2 opportunities where we could see Caliendo upset. So pay attention to those. I have a couple sleepers I want to mention. One, Nico Ruiz of Arizona State. I've seen this guy. He's notched some big wins. He beat Cam Amin at Big 12s, but he's also been super competitive with other guys. He's been competitive with Peyton Hall. That's going to be a second-round match, Peyton Hall, Nico Ruiz. Highlight that one. That is going to be one of the matches to watch in round 2 of 165 pounds. And then also Chris Minto from Nebraska. I mean, where did Chris Minto come in? No one was talking about this guy coming into the season, and he has been rock solid for the Huskers all year long. Out of the 12, has the capacity, has the potential to be a real disruptor. Now, some other storylines going into this weight class. You have the 5th seed, Julian Ramirez. Certainly one of the best guys to not place at this point. And now you're kind of, in the back of your minds, you're kind of hoping this guy gets over the hump. Is he going to do it? I have him getting on the podium this year. I do. But it's going to be another round of 12 match because I think he loses to Barraclaw in that quarterfinal match. And this is going to be a super competitive round of 12 group because I think Hunter Garvin or Andrew Sparks are going to face him, or Nico Ruiz. So Julian Ramirez is going to have an extremely difficult round of 12 match to place. Down below, another round of 12 match of intrigue. I have Bo Mantanona and Cam Amin, formerly of Michigan, Bo Mantanona now wrestling for Michigan, wrestling in that round of 12 because I have Amin losing to Steed and I have Bo Mantanona losing to Caliendo. If that happens, they would be on a round of 12 trajectory to face one another for that spot. And I have a tough decision to make there, but I'm going with Bo Mantanona. Cam Amin did not have a good showing at Big 12s relative to the expectations that surround Cam Amin. And Bo Mantanona seems to be coming into his own. Freshmen tend to get better as the season goes on. I think we've seen that with Bo. So I've got him getting the job done there, although there is a little bit of familiarity as Bo and Cam were teammates last year. Could that potentially favor Cam? I don't know. I have Chris Minto beating Andrew Sparks in the round of 12, and I have Cam Steed beating Braden Scholes to play. So here's my podium. Here's how I got it. Mitchell Messenbrink won. I know we saw Caliendo make it closer this time. I think actually Mitchell pulls away again in this NCAA Finals match. I expect bordering on bonus. Probably, if I had to put my name on it, I'd say major decision for Mitchell Messenbrink this time around. I've got Peyton Hall getting third over Terrell Bearclaw, so pretty chalk. Then I've got Bowman over Julian Ramirez, and then Cam Steed over Chris Minto as my podium. So, fun weight. You know, I think this weight is not discussed as much because it's Mitchell next topic, and it is that. I believe that, but I think there's a lot of other fascinating wrestlers, exciting wrestlers, and interesting storylines that have me very excited for 165 at the NCAA tournament. But I want to know, who do you see as the sleepers? I had listed two. I had Ruiz and Minto. I think this is a pretty tight top 8, honestly. I don't think there's a lot of outside the top 12, 15 that are going to make the podium, but I think those two are the guys with the best potential. How do you see this weight going? Give me your 1 through 8 and how you see 165 going down at the NCAA tournament. It starts Thursday. It's getting closer in Philadelphia.